You ever scroll through your YouTube history late at night and feel like something's missing? Not a specific video, but the feeling of one. A thumbnail you swear you clicked on. A title you remember reading but can't find anymore. You search for it, type in every variation of the words you think were there, and nothing comes up. And then you start to wonder if you imagined it, or if someone decided you weren't supposed to remember it at all. That's the thing about the internet. It promises permanence, but it's built on sand. Videos disappear, channels vanish, entire communities get erased overnight. And sometimes, just sometimes, the things that disappear were never meant to be seen in the first place. This is about 50 of those videos. 50 pieces of footage that slipped through the cracks, got copied before they could be deleted, or were deliberately buried because they revealed something too raw, too illegal, too uncomfortable, or too real. Some of them are famous in certain corners of the web. Others are whispered about in archived forum threads that haven't been touched in a decade. A few of them might still be out there, hiding under misleading titles or locked behind private accounts. And if you've been on the internet long enough, you've probably seen one without even knowing what you were looking at. If you're the kind of person who can't let these mysteries go, who feels a strange pull toward the forgotten and forbidden parts of digital history, then maybe you should subscribe. Not because I'm asking you to, but because you need a place where these stories are remembered, where someone else is paying attention to the things that vanish. You're not alone in this. There are thousands of us who can't stop looking for what's been erased. So subscribe, if only to remind yourself that the internet's memory isn't as permanent as it pretends to be, and that someone out there is still keeping track. Let's start with the ones you might have heard of, the ones that became legends precisely because they were taken down so fast. There's a video that allegedly aired on a local news broadcast in Wyoming in 1987. It showed up on YouTube in 2009, uploaded by an account with no other videos, no profile picture, just a string of numbers for a name. The footage was grainy, VHS quality, and it showed a news anchor mid-sentence suddenly stopping, staring directly into the camera, and whispering something inaudible before the feed cut to static. The video had fewer than 300 views when it was removed. People who saw it said the anchor's expression wasn't fear, it was recognition. Like she was looking at someone she knew. The account that uploaded it was deleted within hours. No explanation, no strike, just gone. And here's the thing, nobody can agree on what she whispered. Some say it was a name, others insist it was a warning. A few claim they heard her say, "I'm sorry," right before the static kicked in. But no one saved it. No one thought to download it before it disappeared. And now all we have are second-hand descriptions and arguments in Reddit threads that go nowhere. Then there's the video known only as Dining Room. Uploaded in 2006, deleted within a week. It was a single static shot of an empty dining room. No movement, no sound. Just a table, 4 chairs, a window with the blinds half drawn. The video was 11 minutes long. People watched it out of boredom, curiosity, the same reason you click on anything labeled creepy or unexplained. But around the 7-minute mark, something changed. Not in the video itself, in the people watching it. Multiple users reported feeling nauseous. A few said they heard whispering that wasn't in the audio. One person claimed they saw a shadow move across the wall in the background, but when they rewound it, the shadow wasn't there. The video was taken down after someone left a comment saying they recognized the room. They said it was the same dining room from a crime scene photo they'd seen in a documentary about an unsolved murder in Ohio. The uploader never responded. The account was scrubbed. And no one's been able to confirm whether the room was real or if the whole thing was an elaborate hoax designed to make people paranoid. Here's where I want to pause for a second and ask you something. Have you ever seen a video that felt wrong? Not scary, not shocking, just wrong. Like it was showing you something you weren't supposed to understand yet. If you have, drop a comment. You can copy and paste this if it's easier. I've seen something like this before. Because I promise you, you're not the only one. There are hundreds of people who've stumbled onto footage that doesn't make sense, that disappears before they can show anyone else, and they spend years wondering if it was real. Commenting helps. It helps you realize this isn't just in your head. It helps others know they're not imagining things. So go ahead, tell me what you saw. Now let's talk about the ones that were never supposed to be uploaded at all. private recordings that got leaked, unlisted links that somehow made it onto public forums. There's a video from 2011 shot on a handheld camera showing the inside of an abandoned warehouse in Detroit. The person filming is walking slowly through the space, narrating what they see. Graffiti, broken glass, rust, standard urban exploration stuff. But around the 9-minute mark, they stop talking. The camera keeps moving, but the breathing gets louder. And then, very quietly, you hear another voice. Not close to the microphone, somewhere deeper in the building. It says, "You shouldn't be here." The person filming doesn't respond. The camera keeps panning, and then the video cuts. It was uploaded to Vimeo, not YouTube, under a generic title like Detroit Warehouse Footage. Within 2 days, it was taken down. But a handful of people saved it, and those people started noticing something. If you isolate the audio, filter out the ambient noise, you can hear a second voice in the background the entire time. It's saying the same thing over and over from the very first frame. You shouldn't be here. There's another one, a dashcam video from Russia uploaded in 2014. It shows a long stretch of empty highway at night. The timestamp says 3 in the morning. For the first 4 minutes, nothing happens, just the sound of the engine, the headlights cutting through the dark. And then, on the side of the road, there's a figure, standing perfectly still. The car passes it, the camera keeps recording. About 30 seconds later, the figure appears again. Same posture, same position, on the opposite side of the road. The driver doesn't stop. The video ends a few minutes later when the car pulls into a gas station. The description was in Russian, but people who translated it said the uploader claimed he didn't see anyone on the road that night. He only noticed the figure when he reviewed the footage the next day. The video was removed after someone pointed out that the figure appeared a third time, much closer to the car, in a frame so dark you'd have to crank the brightness to see it. It's standing in the middle of the road, and the car should have hit it. Then there are the videos that were deleted not because they were disturbing, but because they were true. Whistleblower footage, leaked internal recordings, things that proved something people didn't want proven. In 2008, a video surfaced showing the interior of a pharmaceutical testing facility. The person filming was clearly an employee. They were walking through rows of cages, talking in a low voice about the conditions, the lack of oversight, the things they'd been told not to document. The video was shaky, dark, and less than 3 minutes long. It was uploaded to multiple platforms simultaneously: LiveLeak, YouTube, Google Video. And within hours, all of them were gone. Not flagged, not age-restricted, completely removed. A few people managed to save it, but when they tried to re-upload it, their accounts were suspended. The original uploader was never identified. Some say they were fired. Others believe they were paid off. A few think they never existed, that the video was staged to discredit the facility. But the fact remains, if it was fake, why scrub it so fast? There's a video that's been floating around in pieces for over a decade. Nobody has the full version. It's called The Sunday Tape, and it allegedly shows raw footage from a children's television program that aired in the Midwest in the early 90s. The footage is mundane at first. A host in a colorful sweater talking to puppets, standard local access programming. But in the middle of a segment, the host stops mid-sentence. The puppets go still. And for about 15 seconds, the host just stares at the camera, not smiling, not blinking. Then the show continues as if nothing happened. The footage was uploaded in fragments, different sections from different sources, and people started piecing it together. But no one has the full episode. And the more people tried to assemble it, the more sections would disappear. Some believe the original tape was destroyed. Others think it was re-edited, and the strange segment was cut entirely. But there are dozens of people who remember watching this show as kids, and they all remember that moment. They remember feeling like something was wrong, like the host was looking directly at them, like they weren't supposed to be watching anymore. Let's talk about the videos that were deleted because someone died. Not in the video itself, but because of it. There's an urban legend about a video titled The Sleepless Broadcast, supposedly uploaded in 2005. It was a recording of a man sitting in a dark room, speaking directly to the camera for over 2 hours. He never blinks, never looks away. and he talks in circles, repeating phrases, contradicting himself, gradually becoming more incoherent. People who watched the entire thing reported vivid nightmares, insomnia, a lingering sense of being watched. One user claimed they watched it on a loop for 3 days straight and had to be hospitalized. The video was taken down after reports surfaced that the man in the footage had been reported missing months before the video appeared. His body was never found. The account that uploaded it had no other activity, and everyone who saved a copy said the file was corrupted. It would play for a while, then freeze, then skip forward, like chunks of it had been deliberately removed. Some videos were never deleted. They just became impossible to find, buried under algorithm changes, shadow banned, unlisted and unlinked. There's a series of videos from 2007 uploaded by a user named GrayMartin48 that documented their exploration of an abandoned amusement park in Pennsylvania. The videos were well shot, calm, almost meditative, but in the final video of the series, Gray Martin films themselves entering a maintenance tunnel beneath one of the old rides. The camera goes dark, you hear footsteps, breathing, and then a voice, very close, says, "Who told you to come here?" The video cuts. Gray Martin never uploaded again. The account still exists, but all the videos are now private. People have tried reaching out, no response. And the park they were exploring? It was demolished in 2009. But if you search satellite images from before the demolition, you can see the maintenance tunnel entrance. And right next to it, there's a van. Same make and model as the one Gray Martin drove. Parked there in every image from 2007 until the demolition crew arrived. There are videos that were deleted because they showed something impossible. Not fake, not edited, just something that shouldn't exist according to what we understand. A video from 2012 shows a man recording his morning commute on his phone. He's on a train facing the window. The camera captures the passing landscape, buildings, trees, stations, and then for about 3 seconds, the reflection in the window shows someone sitting next to him. But when the camera pans to the seat, it's empty. The video was uploaded as a joke, something for paranormal forums to debate. But it was deleted when people started noticing the figure in the reflection was wearing a uniform from a train company that went out of business in 1987. So here we are, 50 videos. Some you've heard of, most you haven't. All of them gone or buried or fragmented into pieces so small they might as well not exist anymore. And the question you're probably asking yourself now is whether any of this matters, whether lost media is worth obsessing over, whether these videos were taken down for good reason or if something deeper is going on. But here's the thing. The internet is a graveyard pretending to be a library. We think everything's saved, backed up, archived, but it's not. Things disappear. Stories get erased. And sometimes the only proof that something existed is the memory of people who saw it and refused to let it go. So maybe the question isn't whether these videos were real. Maybe the question is why we can't stop looking for them. Why we feel like something's missing. Like we're supposed to remember. Like we were meant to see.